Hi, I'm Veronica Vance. Coming up, we tour the Henry Ford's Driving America exhibit, sample the craft brews of Sherwood Brewery, and then we enjoy Italian on a grand scale at Buca di Beppo, so stay tuned.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
So the whole driving force behind Driving America, the exhibit at the Henry Ford Museum, is basically how we as consumers shape the automobile, what powers them, the roads that we drive, and essentially the way that we live. So it's just mind-boggling when you think about how much the car has impacted our lives. I mean, it even affected the way that we went on vacation. So this is a hybrid before hybrids were cool. This was built in 1916, and this coupe ran on both gas and electric.
Driving America is an all-new exhibition, and it takes one of America's premier automobile collection, really the world's premier automobile collections, and takes a whole new look at it. Really what has driven the automobile in America is, well, us, the users, the consumers, and this exhibit takes a look at 20 different ways that people have really affected the automobile market. It's 80,000 square feet. We brought out some cars that have never been on display before, some cars that have not been on display in years and years, to really put together an all-new look at, well, what's become a part of American life, the automobile. You know, technology plays a huge part of this exhibit. So we've got these all new interactive kiosks, 18 of them throughout the exhibit, where you can not only look at the stuff on display, but you can look at parts of our collection that have been in storage forever that you haven't been able to access in the past.
Sort of starts here at the beginning of the timeline. This is where the story starts.
Well, the timeline's a great place for people to get an overview of all the stories that we tell. And Henry Ford Museum's always been about innovators. This theme of innovators sort of coming up with new stuff and then seeing what the public is willing to buy starts right at the very beginning, because an early debate that's actually 100 years old is, what are automobiles going to run on? And it's kind of the same question we're asking ourselves right now.
Really?
Is it going to be a gasoline-driven engine like this car here or the Duryea, or an electric car like the Columbia right here? And another leading technology at the time was steam. There were steam automobiles.
This is all from 100 years ago?
Yep, the same debate that we're having now. There were even dual-powered cars, which we would consider hybrids at the time. So this exhibit also does a good job of sort of showing that, well, what's old is new again, and a lot of the story sort of repeats itself. That's right.
I thought the Model Ts were black, and this is red.
Right. Well, first of all, we're really excited to have a Henry Ford-focused automobile exhibit in Henry Ford Museum. Now, about the color.
Yeah.
So this is a 1903. This is actually a Ford Model A. Now, it's not the Model A most people think of. That's the one from the late 20s, early 30s with the rumble seat.
Yeah.
But the first car he ever came out with in 1903, when Ford Motor Company was formed, was this, a Model A. And you could get cars in a variety of colors. But eventually, you start moving to this. This is a 1914 Model T, and it's black. Henry Ford figures out that, well, you know what? Black dries quicker, and it takes time to change colors, so he's going to produce them all the same color to bring the cost down. He put America on wheels by building these things faster and cheaper, so anybody could afford them.
Another new aspect of the exhibit that we're in, the Texaco station?
That's right. So the Texaco station has been in Henry Ford Museum before, but like I said, there's an all new level of access to this exhibit that we haven't had in the past. And well, here's a good example of access. The door is open. You're allowed to come in, and we've got it set up as a great kids hands-on area where they can try their hand at repairing the car behind me with tools and be able to check the oil and even change the tires on this little car.
How much fun! So I think this is one of the neatest features. Lammy's is now open for business.
That's right. You know, I got to tell you a personal story here. I started working here 15 years ago, and I used to work inside there as a historical presenter. And people used to walk in every day and say, "Can I get a cup of coffee?"
Yeah.
And I'd have to say no. But now finally we can say yes. And again, touches to how driving America is so much more accessible. Hopefully, we're making a new tradition for people who visit Henry Ford Museum. Typical diner fare, you can get a sandwich, or you can go ahead and get a slice of pie. We've got donuts, coffee, and this atmosphere has been very popular for all of our guests.
So much fun. Well, you know what, Tom, on that note, I think I'm going to grab a cup of coffee, then I'm going to go explore some more of my own.
All right, Veronica, enjoy.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, what I have here is from the Lammy's dinner menu. This is diner lingo from 1946, and I think what I want is a Sinker and Suds.
Okay.
And I know he doesn't want me to be a George Eddy, which is a customer who does not tip, right? Perfect. So anytime I ever go to a car event, one of my favorite cars to see is a 1965 Mustang. But this one right here, the first one built ever, right here. So we still see the big yellow school buses today that say Bluebird. Well, this is number one, the actual first one ever built in 1927. And this museum's really fun for little kids too. We've got interactive exhibits. They happen once a month on Macy Mondays. So how do you like the new Driving America exhibit at the Henry Ford?
It's great. It's very hands-on, and it's just it's great for the kids and for families.
You've got your kids out there playing?
Yeah, my kids are loving it.
Yeah.
All three of them.
Now, what's significant about this car behind me, it's called the 999. Now, this was Henry Ford's race car that he built. And what this race car did, because it was winning races, was garnered Henry Ford notoriety to get investors to put their money into Ford Motor Company. We've got this new 100-seat theater here, Driving America, with a film dedicated just to hearing our stories of, again, how we shaped the automobile culture. This is a great movie. It's got the old-time music, all these great old-time film shots, kind of mixed in with some of the new, just tying it all together, how history repeats itself. So something really innovative about the Driving America exhibit is that you can get these My Collections card. Now they're free, and what you do is you find one of these 18 kiosks throughout the exhibit, you put it on here, you enter in your information. The Henry Ford has over 26 million artifacts. They can only put 10% out on the floor at any given time. This gives you access to thousands that are not on the floor. You can save it to My Collection, save it onto your smartphone, pull up some of these things, send it home so you have this right on your home computer. Now I'm going to test drive a Model T. Start the engine. Here we go. Uh-oh, herd of cows ahead. So we've got a shift. So what do you think about the Driving America exhibit?
It's amazing. We are so glad to be able to see it for the first time since they've reopened it, and it's so hands-on and great for little kids.
Well, there you have it. The Henry Ford has done it again with their Driving America exhibit. heard of the Sherwood Forest? Well, we've got the Sherwood Brewery. They're in Shelby Township on Hayes, just north of M59. They're a microbrewery, a winery, and they even make their own soda pop. And we are going to sample some of these local flavors. Well, Ray, so you guys are making your own beer, wine, soda pop here. Tell me about Sherwood Breweries.
Sherwood Brewery, we're a microbrewery that opened up in 2006. We're also a small winemaker and a small restaurant pub. We make all of our own beer, all of our own wine, all of our own soda. We don't have any Coke or Pepsi products. We also make a small selection of food. We have pizzas, burgers, salads, sandwiches, all made in-house. We try to do as much as we can from scratch. You know, in the summer we might have 2 to 3 different wheat beers. In the winter we're going to have more dark beers, stouts and porters, maybe a couple at a time. And then everything in between, seasonal beers like Oktoberfest or Maibach.
And I see you've got kids in here too. I would imagine that the soda pop that you make here is a big draw.
We wanted to make it exciting for everybody that came in. So instead of just having root beer, sometimes we'll have like a mango bubblegum soda.
And it's really big in here too. I love the ceiling, that open look, all painted.
And you know, everything's kind of grown over the years. We started off very sparse, almost no decoration. Now customers bring in beer bottles for us to put on the wall.
Oh,
in
it
a couple
adds to the
years,
whole
and
atmosphere.
it's growing.
Yeah. Well, can I see where all the magic happens?
Sure. So this is the brew house, and from here, like we've got the ground up grain or the grist, and then we add that into the mash tun up here. We mix it by hand, we load it in by hand and mix it, where we have hot water waiting for it, and we add more hot water, and we have it at a set temperature where we'll get the grain or the enzymes that are naturally present in the malt to activate and break down the proteins, the starches, and the beta-glucans. And then we'll move it over into the kettle where we'll cook the beer. And that's also where we add all the hops. Once we get all the extract into the kettle, we'll cook it generally for at least an hour. Typically our beers will boil for at least 75 minutes. When it's done boiling, we'll whirlpool it in that same vessel. Once it's whirlpooled, we'll run it through a series of chillers, one that utilizes fresh water. And we'll move it into our fermenters, which are the 4 tanks over here. And alcohol is a byproduct of the fermentation process.
What's going on in here right now? What are you making
Right
today?
now we're making an amber ale. This is kind of a brief rundown. It's not everything that we have available right now, but kind of a brief selection of everything. For the sodas, we've got our blue raspberry soda. This is our diet cherry cream. And then this is our cream soda. On the wines, this is a Citrus Oasis. It's a white wine. Symphony, which is an American-grown grape. This is a white Zinfandel. We call it Paper Heart. And then this is Red Mosquito, which is a Pinot Noir Burgundy-style wine. On the beer side, we've got our Alaskan Sister Wit, which is a Belgian-style white ale. We've got our Abbeyversary, which just came out, but it's a malty, higher alcohol beer. And then over here, we've got our brown ale, an American-style brown ale. And then Entire Buzz Honey Porter, which is a darker beer. And this one we use a little bit of honey in there.
We'll start with Blue Lips, right? Yes, that would draw the kids in. That's
Definitely.
sweet. Very sweet.
The sodas are very sweet. We use Michigan beet sugar.
It's really, really very good. Okay, so this is the cream soda. This was my favorite when I was little. That's good. That's very good. And now, should we move on to the wine?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we're starting with the sweet white.
Yep, it's a Mango Citrus Symphony, which is Symphony's a white wine from
Very nice.
California.
Very smooth.
Off dry, not semi-sweet. So
What does off dry mean exactly?
just barely sweet. It's totally not fermented out.
Oh, it's
Whereas
nice.
semi-sweet will be a little bit sweeter. This just comes across as not dry. Do you generally like Pinot Noir?
Yeah.
That's a smooth red wine.
Yeah.
It's not heavily oaked.
Oh, that's like fruity.
The Wit's like a fruitier wheat beer.
Okay.
You get some orange peel in it. We use fresh oranges. So we squeeze the orange juice right into the kettle and
Really?
then put the orange peel in.
Okay. I love that.
This is the Abbeyversary. That's
Okay.
kind of a play on words for it. So we make it for our anniversary. It's Abbey style, but we're not allowed to call it a Belgian Abbey ale.
I like that. Now, what do I taste in this one?
You'll probably get some of the hop aroma.
Hop, okay, yeah.
The finish, it's got very much a Belgian yeast character in the finish. A little bit of spice. This is our Cedar Rock Brown Ale. It's a very malty brown ale.
Okay,
Still
so
very
malt is what
crisp
I'll be
and drinkable, and a little more hop character than an English brown ale would have.
That's good.
And then this is going to be our heavier beer. This is just made with a little bit of a chocolate malt and a little bit of a malt from Belgium called coffee kiln, which gives it that coffee aroma.
Yeah. I like that. You know, I was expecting it to be really heavy, but it's not that heavy.
And it's not overly bitter.
No.
Comes off very smooth.
Okay, so this is so unique.
Well, we got 3 different ice creams here. This is a mint chocolate chip cream soda. This is Jolly Orchard apple wine ice cream, and then we have our hazelnut porter ice cream.
And these actually have alcohol in them, so you have to be 21 to order these two, right?
Yep. Kids can order the soda ice cream, but adults have
Mint chocolate chip cream soda ice cream. That's good. Jolly Orchard apple wine.
It's like a green apple Riesling that we use.
This is nice and creamy.
You get like an apple flavor from
Yeah.
it. We've done that with caramel as well, more flavor. And that's usually the beer
really
is the most
flavorful.
popular by
Yeah,
far.
that's very good.
Anywhere you like.
Okay. All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Ray.
Thanks for coming
And
in.
as you've seen, we have discovered Sherwood Breweries, and now you can come out and discover all these great local flavors for yourself.
There are plenty of things to see and do in Metro Detroit this month, and our calendar of events is up next to point you in the right direction. Hamtramck is the place to get in on the Fat Tuesday fun, and the Razzle Dazzle of Chicago comes to the Fisher. Shuffle off to 42nd Street at the Fox, and snow slide, zip line, and more at the Meridian Winter Blast. Utica's Ice Festival has sculpture, skating, and fireworks. Then experience the hilarious and romantic Cinderella the Musical. Atomic is a thrilling musical about the atomic bomb. And the Detroit Boat Show sails into Covo Center. Head to the Joe for the Hockeytown Foaling Fest. Or come on down to the Macomb Center for The Price is Right. Catch RoboCop the musical at City Theater, and the Outdoor Rama gets you ready for the great outdoors and lakefront living. Hear pop and rock music performed on 2 cellos, and the Autorama is a hot rod and custom car fan's paradise. To learn of any changes, log on to visitdetroit.com or call 1-800-DETROIT.
Can you smell that? I wish you could smell that. I'm at Buca di Beppo in Livonia, and here you're treated like family. Now let's go find out where that wonderful smell is coming from. Now that's Italian. Susie, hi.
How are ya?
Well, so what does Buca di Beppo mean?
Buca di Beppo means Big Joe's Basement. It's a loose translation for us. At Buca di Beppo, we want you to feel a part of our family. So we have wonderful sized portions of food. We have family style portions, so Buca Small, which serves about 2, Buca Large, which serves about 4 to 6.
Okay.
Everything is family style portions, so you're meant to be shared by everybody at the table.
It's very unique in here.
It is. We want to represent the era of the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So that's why we have the black and white pictures. We have a lot of Sophia Loren.
This would be like a really good place, I would imagine, like for a surprise birthday party or
Bridal showers, baby showers, rehearsal dinners,
idea.
and we do corporate functions as well. Anything.
Well, Susie, it's kind of like a maze in here, and I noticed that some of the rooms are themed.
Actually, yes. For instance, this particular room, let me show you. This room we call our Sophia Loren room.
And I love this one on the back of these
Oh, I
sophisticated women just going to town with the pasta.
Absolutely.
So can you pick your room?
Actually, yes. We have guests sometimes that do request specific rooms throughout the restaurant, so if we can accommodate them, we of course will. And of course, our most popular table that's always requested is our Pope's table, which is right here. This whole room is dedicated to him. He's on a lazy Susan where you can actually twirl it around for the guests to get all their food. Everybody can try all the wonderful variety of food that they order.
That's cool.
So-
Well, I appreciate this pre-dinner
Oh,
tour.
no
Where are
problem.
we headed off to next?
Let's show you the wine and vine room. This right here is our wine and vine room. Yes, excellent. We've got all the wine and vine
Oh my
bottles.
goodness, look
And
at that.
The really cool thing about what we do here is you can see some signatures on some of these bottles.
Yeah.
We've actually had guests who've dined here have taken a bottle that looks a little old, that doesn't have a signature on it, and sign a bottle and put it up themselves.
Oh,
So it's really, really
neat.
cute. Yep. And of course we have our cardinal room right here. This is our most requested rehearsal dinner room. This room sits a minimum of 30 people.
Wow,
So
it's so red.
It's all red. We even have the Beretta, the pillow, and his socks.
Okay, so which way do we go now?
We actually need to go this way. This is the grotto.
This way, okay.
Yeah, this way. This is our grotto table, which is our second round table here. This
cool.
table sits 10 people at the most. And then, so of course, we call the whole room the grotto room. This is our poster room. As you can see, we have all these wonderful posters on the ceiling here.
Yeah.
And of course, I can't forget about our kitchen table.
Literally right in the kitchen.
Yep, right in the kitchen. Anybody can request this table. You get to sit down here and you get to watch all the wonderful food come out of our window. You just right where all the action is. Show me a margarita pizza, Tyler.
Ooh, now that's authentic Italian.
It
Margarita
is.
pizza.
Absolutely. This is how we get our thin pizza.
Oh, that's how you get it so ultra
That's
thin.
how we get it all. Yep. Here it is, the finishing product. Look at that.
That looks yummy.
Doesn't that look delicious? And of course, we got to put the finishing touches.
Fresh basil.
Look at that. Happy birthday to you, Tony! Happy birthday to you, Tony! Happy birthday to you! Isn't this hilarious?
Oh my God, I can't believe you
Every
guys.
time there's a birthday, we do this. Can't wait.
I know. I can smell the garlic in the sauce. This is so yummy. This is truly like pizza is over in Italy. Thin with just the mozzarella and the basil, a little bit of sauce. This is fantastic. This is beautiful.
This is our fettuccine supremo. It comes with chicken, broccoli, roasted red peppers, and our fettuccine pasta with Alfredo sauce. This right here is our chicken marsala. It's 4 pieces of chicken, lightly floured, sautéed, and served in our marsala wine sauce with our fresh mushrooms. This right here is our chicken with lemon. It's 4 pieces of chicken again, lightly floured, sautéed, and it's served in our lemon butter sauce.
Lemon butter,
And
okay.
capers on top to finish it off, and of course some fresh lemon. We also have our green beans over here. They're sautéed, they're served al dente. Last but not least, we have our garlic mashed potatoes.
Ooh, with the
Made
skins
fresh.
on.
Yeah, those are made fresh every day. And of course we throw a lot of garlic in there to give it that little flavor.
Oh, that's yummy. Oh, that red pepper in there is really good. Flavors it. And there's Oh, that is really good. Oh, that just melts in your mouth. Chicken is so tender. I'd imagine these are a big, big hit.
Just taste that garlic.
Those are really garlicky. Those are good. Holy guacamole. Oh my goodness, look at this.
This is our yellow cake that we dye red. And of course we have the green pistachio nuts on the back. And of course a white frosting, the colors of the Italian flag. This right here is our chocolate cannoli. It's served over our Sambuca chocolate sauce.
Oh, Sambuca.
Sweetened ricotta cheese filled cannolis. And of course we put the green pistachio nuts on the outside.
Reason to celebrate. Yeah. That's good cannoli.
We haven't shown you the bar. So why don't you follow me? We can go ahead and get a drink at the bar.
Okay. Salud. Just what I needed. Very smooth. Well, Susie, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much for coming out today. We had a great time, Veronica.
Me too. Well, at Buca di Beppo, you can enjoy Italian food the Italian way. It's loud, energetic, full of life, and of course, the food is fabulous. Salute.
that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Vance. And remember, if you would like more information on any of the places we visited, log on to visitdetroit.com. So until I see you next time, go out and explore on your own and discover the D.
To learn about discounts and special offers for featured attractions, plus how to get copies of Visit Detroit magazine, click on visitdetroit.com.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.